Wolf Hecki Heckmann, 10 February 1929 – 13 December 2006, was a German journalist. Biography. Heckmann came to prominence in 1969 when he was appointed to edit the Hamburger Morgenpost, at that time a mass-market daily newspaper which had been founded 10 years earlier by the powerful Hamburg branch of the Social Democratic Party, SPD. The newspaper market at the time was changing, however, as the relentless growth in circulation by less didactically political titles, headed up by Bild, challenged the various newspapers established by the SPD after the war. In 1972, after not quite 3 years, he resigned the editorship of Morgenpost amid recriminations about falling circulation, missed opportunities and ill-considered strategy. Afterwards, Heckmann commented ruefully, "I had the feeling I was wading in thick mud." He returned to Morgenpost in 1989, working with Ernst Fischer as a member of the editorial team. 3 years after that, when Fischer moved across to the Gruner Plus Jar magazine, Stern, Heckmann resumed the post of managing editor, 17 years after resigning from it. According to the newspaper's own assessment, during the dramatic political developments of the next year his astute political judgment provided an important element of level-headed reassurance to young colleagues. When he retired he was succeeded at Morgenpost by his deputy, Manfred von Thien. Other papers for which he wrote included the Munich Abendszeitung evening paper, Bild and the Berliner Zeitung. He also worked as a translator and, briefly in 1983-84, as a film actor and Haverist. Heckmann's 300-page biographical work on Erwin Rommel appeared in 1976 under the title Rommel's Krieg in Africa. It can be seen as the first serious work published in German to deal critically with the military performance of the commander-in-chief of the Afrika Korps. According to a review in Der Spiegel, after 3 decades of blind belief in Rommel from German, and even more from British commentators, Heckmann is the first author thoroughly to get hold of the myth and understand why Rommel, during his lifetime and directly following his death, was greatly overestimated. In 1973 Heckmann flew alone in a Schiebfacke-powered glider from Rothenburg and Derwam, between Bremen and Hamburg, to Perth in West Australia. It took 230 hours and 34 minutes, establishing what sources describe as an unofficial world record in the process. He later wrote up the adventure in his book Haie fressen kein Duten, Sharks Don't Eat Germans. Personal. Wolf Heckmann married the author Brigitte Klump in 1960. She had escaped from the East in 1957. The marriage produced 1 son and 1 daughter, the singer-composer Inge Heckmann, but ended in divorce in 1988. References